Wow, so writing a web series is hard? Hey everyone, it's me Hallease, endeavoring to persevere as always. If you're new here, I make videos about my chaotic good life. Subscribe, follow, social media, all the things. So again, if you're new here, then you probably don't know that I have been working on a web series in the background. I'm co-writing it with fellow YouTube creative Evelyn from the internet. We already actually finished writing version 1 of the script, so I wanted to give y'all an update on just how that's going and how I'm approaching our writers' rooms, because I think this could be really beneficial for anyone who's thinking about trying to get a web series going. I'm also just really interested in documenting my process, so that way when I, God willing, make another web series, I have videos to fall back on, and thusly y'all get to see them as well. And if you're on the Patreon, then you've already gotten to read version 1 of the entire first season of the web series as well. My background is more in scripted, sort of nonfiction work, so it's been really fascinating for me to approach a narrative comedy web series coming from my more documentary, vlogumentary style mind. The first thing that we did after we officially finished writing season 1, which is 5 episodes, we put together a list of people that we trusted to give us feedback on season 1, to read it and give us feedback. And I think it's really important when you send things out for feedback from colleagues, try to be specific in your ask about what you want them to comment on or give you feedback on. I put the entire season 1 into a Google Doc, and then when I sent it to people, I drafted sort of an email template of questions and thoughts that I wanted them to focus on as they read. Some people that we sent season 1 to read are not filmmakers. They are not filmmakers, they are not digital storytellers, they are not writers. And so I made sure that in my sort of email template of, hi, I'm asking you to read this and give us thoughts, I made sure to be very specific on what I wanted them to focus on. And I think I put 3 questions in my sort of template drafted, please read this and give me your thoughts email. The other thing that I would say is really important too is include when you would like the feedback back, so that way you're not sort of waiting around. I think I gave everyone about a month. Again, grown folks have busy lives, so trying to be as specific with your ask and specific with your feedback of like when it's due is important. Something I'm realizing with the writing process, especially with a narrative comedy like this, is that there is a lot of, and again, this is very hard for me, but there is a lot of necessary downtime, but just kind of reading people's thoughts, reading people's comments, and then just being like, okay, and I'm gonna go do something else now. And so we ended up scheduling a meeting, and the point of the meeting was just to talk about the feedback. She's good at her job, right? Oh my God, that's a genuine question. So in previous iterations of her, she wasn't good at her job. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
In the very, I think like first or second iteration of her, she wasn't actually good at her job. Have we actually established if she's good at her job?
We haven't. That's why I'm like, is she pressed? Why is she pressed? Is she pressed because she actually has a chance at getting this promotion?
Yeah.
Or are we supposed to be like laughing at her because she thinks she has a chance?
Yeah. Some themes around motivations and character development began to emerge based on the conversations we were having on reviewing the feedback that people sent us.
And it's like,
go ahead.
What do we want for them? Like, when you're watching this, do you want Vanessa to get the promotion? And does it match what she wants for herself?
Dang, okay. What do we as the writers want? Sir, now on my, okay.
As the writers and viewers.
Yeah.
It's like, in Vanessa's character development, like, I made her cool. But in the show, she's not cool.
Really? I thought she was cool.
I don't think she's cool.
Did we solve anything?
I think so. I think what I have to do is look at the feedback and look at I'll be looking at Vanessa.
Okay. Cool.
to make sure she do what she's supposed to do.
Yeah. And I would say on the surface, overall, this meeting would not come off as productive, at least not to me. Because of the feedback, we just started asking more questions of ourselves and of the characters. And we really, I would say, left this meeting with a lot of things not answered. And I've learned that by doing these writer's rooms with Evelyn on the show, writer's rooms in general aren't necessarily, I mean, obviously, yeah, you need to go write the episode eventually, but I have found that writer's rooms in general really are more about ideation and overall motivation and character development and overall story development rather than let's sit here and write something together. And then I reached out to Evelyn again to schedule a follow-up meeting. And at this one, I set the intention of the meeting to be, at this meeting, we need to kind of figure out what we're rewriting and how and why. And to prepare for this second meeting, I went ahead and reorganized everyone's original feedback into a Google Doc that was then organized by the overall feedback that people gave, and then also feedback that was very episode specific that we saw. And I made sure to like put them all into a different like section of a Google Doc so that we could again see the same information but in a different way, which can sometimes be very helpful.
If we take a look at our meeting notes for
Okay.
episode 4, we might need to redo the treatment on that one. Yeah, we might need to redo the treatment and the beat sheet.
I just feel like this is hard.
I feel the same feeling.
I felt so good after we wrote like the first version of season 1.
Mm-hmm.
And so, but now like to come back and like to get the feedback and be like, this is good feedback. Damn.
Word. Oh, word. You didn't get that part? Word?
Yeah, like, oh, that didn't come through? That's unfortunate. Guess I gotta rewrite some stuff. So, for me, with this process, I think this process really showed me how grateful I am that we spent so much time on character development in the beginning of this whole process. Because when it came time to essentially fix what wasn't working in the series, and not that version 1 was bad, but I think a lot of stuff came up that really helped us, that because we had done the character development beforehand and been very methodical, it was stuff that was very easy to fix. I feel like the changes we've made now, again, really solidify who these characters are, and whether you like the decisions they make or you don't, you understand why they made them. This second iteration of the script will be the last. Any adjustments made after this second version will be more about adjustments that a producer would make because of budgetary constraints. For those of y'all who have been supporting the show this year via the Patreon, thank you so much. I've really appreciated. If you don't know, I was able to cover all of Evelyn's co-writing fee purely from Patreon. It's been amazing. I really appreciate that y'all have supported and shown that you support the show with your dollars. It has not gone unnoticed. Thank you so much. Let me know if you have any follow-up questions about working in writers' rooms or how you maybe approach them, and also if you have any advice on indie web series and producing them. If you can point me to other videos that you've seen here on YouTube, please let me know in the comments below. I am on my producer grind these days, and I am so excited to keep the project moving forward. It's been really it's been interesting because I know for me, usually a lot of the things that I produce and I work on, they come out within like 3 months. We've been working on this thing since January, man. Like, it's like, I'm really having to adjust my expectations and adjust just like understanding timelines on projects like this. Again, I'm Hallease, endeavoring to persevere. As always, if you're new here, I make videos about my chaotic good life. Subscribe, follow social media, all the things. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I will see you when I see you. I just keep thinking like, oh no, what if I suck at acting? Oh, what if I'm a trash actor?
Oh, man. It's not gonna happen. Not gonna happen.
All right.
Not gonna happen.
I just looked
Tell her it's not gonna happen.